TJ Holmes, Amy Robach. What on earth? Okay, I don't watch that show GMA 3, but I watched it yesterday. Okay, and I recorded it and I went back over it. They are together, and there's all kinds of things that are being leaked. Good Morning America has found itself in, well, the middle of a very messy scandal. I happen to think the show and the people behind it and Kim Godwin, the head of the network, might like this because it's ratings gold. As two of the anchors reportedly engaged in a months-long affair, depending on which inside source you believe. GMA 3 host TJ Holmes, Amy Robach either cheated on their respective spouses for months, or they just happened to start dating, I can barely say it without chuckling, after they were already separated. In response to the fervor on social media, both have deactivated their Instagram accounts. According to Page 6, their source claims that the pair started seeing each other in March. They're still married, they're still living with their spouses, okay? Well, they were training for the New York City Marathon. They both left their spouses in August. Again, if you believe the inside sources connected to Robach and Holmes, that was a coincidence. Meantime, People is reporting the duo had already ended their marriages when the romantic relationship started. This was two consenting adults who were each separated. They both broke up with their spouses in August within weeks of each other. The insider said the relationship didn't start until after that. Ray, please weigh in now, and then I'll finish the rest of this.
I'm just wondering how many seasons of GMA 3 I have to watch to get caught up with this, with this cheating scandal. I mean, yeah, I think we can all say safely that it probably wasn't just they ended their marriages and wouldn't you know it, they looked over and realized they were in love the whole time. But it is interesting to see so many people, like I've never seen the show before. You said you'd never seen it, but this became such a massive scandal. It really does seem like it very easily could have been boosted by the producers at GMA3 to create this sort of interest in the show, and it worked because people were watching it. I watched yesterday too. People were tuned in.
I had not thought of that, and I'm like the queen of messiness. I think you might be onto something. Of course, we have no proof, we can't confirm that, but that could be a likely story. And if you watched yesterday, and I know we don't have footage of this, they had this cooking segment as TJ and Amy tried to like kind of stand a little bit away from each other. And the woman's hair was just glorious. It was so high to the heavens. I thought maybe paparazzi was hiding inside of that. I mean, it was crazy. So it could be an inside job. There is more. The story took on a life of its own, of course, and everybody was commenting on it all over the internet after the Daily Mail published the pictures of the pair looking very much like a couple hanging out together in early November. They were seen getting cozy up close and personal in a bar, while in another photo, Holmes appears to grab Robach's butt as he reaches into the trunk of a car. And like I said, the internet went crazy. I don't comment on people's appearances, but one hand covered both cheeks. You wanna see a butt, TJ? I got a butt for you. She's in great shape, Amy Robach. Before it was deactivated though, users uncovered a post by Holmes that may have foreshadowed his allegations, the indiscretions rather against him. There it is. The wife is beautiful. Of course, none of that matters when we're talking about infidelity, allegedly. But boy, folks were really commenting on appearances and choices. Meantime, Twitter users have reminded folks of past scandal involving Amy Robach. Back in 2016, while discussing Zendaya's role in an upcoming Spider-Man movie, Robach said, quote, "We all know Hollywood has received recent and quite a bit of criticism for casting white actors in what one might assume should be a role reserved for colored people." Robach would apologize shortly thereafter. What do you make of this? First, I guess, Ray, the fascination. We're all fascinated by these two people sharing a bed and waking up together on television. Why are we so fascinated with this?
First, I want to say, she said colored people?
She did.
What decade is it? Oh my God. But I think that people just really enjoy a gossipy story, and it feels good when it's not directly tangential to your life because it's not as messy. So if you had a married friend, or two pairs of married couples, and the man from one couple and woman from another start to have an affair, that has a direct impact on your life now, and it makes your friend group messy. But when it's happening on TV, you get the excitement and the gossipy angle from it, but you don't have it implicate your relationships in your life, which I think people enjoy. People enjoy a good mess, especially when it's not directly affecting them. I'll also say I saw a video of the two of them before they ran the marathon, and he's leaning back on the couch real comfy, and she's sitting next to him, and they're talking about the marathon, and she says, "I don't know if we'll be winners, but we're definitely both finishers." And he looks at her and then buries his face to start laughing, and I was like, they were definitely already together.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. There are other reports that Amy Robach tried to dispel rumors, even with her higher ups at ABC, and said, "Listen, we're just friends, best friends, but we're just friends." You know how it is, these workplace romances. Late this afternoon, Page 6 reporting that TJ Holmes' I guess soon to be ex-wife, you never know, was blindsided by this. So these inside sources are now competing. All sides are kind of weighing in. I wish they'd just say, look, Amy called and disguised her voice and said, this or that, because you can tell which camp is saying what. She's a lawyer. And then the other speculation, who sicked this either private investigator and sold the footage, or the paparazzi? Who did that? You really think it could be ABC?
I think it's a possibility. It also always could be an aggrieved spouse who, maybe hired a private investigator, found out, and then, now they're mad. They want to make it a public story. But at the end of the day, I think it's only boosted their profile. So if that was the case, then it's had the opposite effect. If it was ABC, then good work.
Yeah, hey, there it is. Because I don't know that many people were watching before, but now they are. Hey, even you and I.